Alright, the $200,000 smartphone unboxing. Alright. I know this guy, I've never actually seen this video though.
Whew. This is my most expensive unboxing ever, because in front of us right now are 12 super limited edition smartphones, starting at $700, going all the way up to almost $170,000. So surreal.
Thing is though, like, what can make a phone go from the regular prices of phones, which I don't really know what the regular prices are, to $200,000 or almost $200,000. Like, apart from the gold, diamonds, like that's usually what I notice. Like whenever someone tells you, "Oh yeah, I have the most expensive console, I don't know, Xbox controller or whatever," it's usually just a regular one, just filled with diamonds and maybe a coating of gold, and that's it. It's like, that's it?
But even at the lowly $700, you can still get something pretty special. So you might have heard of the Oppo Reno 4 Pro. It's a pretty standard upper mid-range phone.
Alright, let's continue.
But for the limited edition, Oppo partnered with Pantone, who are like the color company, to create a green glitter version. And providing you like the color, you really have to like this color. I think the packaging is beautiful. It's lightly textured on the outside, but also this whole glowing green theme they've got going on, it's everywhere.
Look, I personally don't care about the packaging. I don't care if it comes in a fucking plain cardboard box or not. I just care about what's inside, honestly. Like, that's just how it is. Like, if I'm going to buy a phone, I'm gonna care about what's inside of the box, not what the box looks like.
It's in every insert, it's on this rather unusual case you get inside, it's on the USB-C cable. The earphones, they catch light in a really mystical way, even the charger. On the front it has the Pantone branding.
Yeah, but they don't fit with shit, like, green headphones. Like, that just doesn't match with anything.
Green glitter.
Unless you like wearing
Great success. As for the phone itself,
green apple clothes
there's
or something.
Going on. It's kind of amazing, this silky matte finish, paired with all these little green flourishes, the buttons, the text. They've even changed the color of the side rails, the antenna bands, and the inside of the USB-C port, just to fit the theme. Only thing is, that's a lot of text. I think in the pursuit of trying to make something that feels limited and special, Oppo's kind of left elegance and subtlety at the doorstep.
Yeah.
This was Oppo in 2020, and I would argue that it's taken them till this year to finally nail this concept of experimental color. So, this is the rather elegantly named Oppo Reno 5 Pro Plus 5G Artist Limited Edition. I feel like at that stage, why not just call it Reno 5 Max and be done with it?
Yeah,
but
easy
this
to
phone
pronounce.
changes color. The packaging is immediately striking.
What
I feel like with limited
color?
editions, the default option is to go down the route of luxury, but this one's just more quirky. It doesn't come with any gold-plated accessories or super high-end materials, but the visual design here is so unique. That's what makes Oppo's limited editions so fun. Like, it really looks like they've just handed their phone to an artist and said, "You want to paint something on it? Knock yourself out." And here's the magic. Thanks to Electrochromic glass, which uses energy to change the physical arrangement of the molecules, with just 2 taps on the back, we can shift color.
What?
So cool. Like,
No
could
way.
you imagine a few years down the line being able to just swipe on your phone and cycle through till you get the exact finish you want?
But like,
Does make you wonder
Very
what
fucking
a
cool.
$170,000 phone is going to look like, though.
it's just
Now,
going to be
for
full
$50
of diamonds
more
and
than
gold or
that,
something like that.
it's a phone that
Something
means
stupid.
business. You might have heard of Red Magic. They make high-end gaming phones that don't cost a leg. I've got their latest Red Magic 6 here, which is their 2021 offering with all the bells and whistles like world's smoothest 165Hz display and 7 separate cooling mechanisms all meshed together. But
gaming on
for
a
the purposes
phone,
of this
though?
video, the one that we're actually interested in is a special edition version of their last phone, the Red Magic 5G. And what makes this noteworthy is that this is a transparent phone.
Oh
We've seen transparent phones
shit!
before. They often use these kind of fake components just beneath the glass because, well, the real components don't look that great.
No.
But the one difference here is that this phone has a fully working fan. So, This is a fog machine. It's fully loaded up with fog juice. So if we turn that on, you should be able to see how the air is coming in, being used to cool the internals, and then getting pushed out on the other side. You could say
that's cool.
it's red magic.
Kind of like remember that time, like
The effort is definitely here. The software is
remember that time? I don't know
customized.
how
The
many
keyboard
years
feels
it
like
was
it's from
ago.
an alien planet.
Where
They've even created a wallpaper that allows you to see the fan in action on the front too.
where basically every
Bit tacky,
fucking
in my opinion, but I
electronic was
appreciate the
transparent.
effort. Okay, picture this.
What, early
It's
2000s?
2016. Samsung's announced the Galaxy S7 Edge. It's
Wasn't even
high-end, it's
reliable.
got these new exciting curved edges. It's regarded by most as the best smartphone the world has ever seen. And then they one-up themselves again by launching the
Bad,
Injustice edition of that phone. I wanted this thing so badly, so the fact that I finally
that
managed
phone?
to get one is kind of surreal. Sadly, it isn't sealed, but it was as close
It's
as
a
I could
Galaxy
get.
S7.
The first thing you see is an enormous bat signal logo. Proper metal job, this. There's a thick Batman case. We've got the phone, which I'll get to in a sec, and a Gear VR headset. At the time, this thing was Samsung's vision of the future, but it just never quite took off. VR is expensive. It's kind of an isolating experience. And I guess just the idea of sticking one of these on in public, like Samsung was promoting, just felt a bit awkward to people. On one hand, I'm looking at this thing thinking, what a phone. This is so cool. And just marveling at all the little Easter eggs hidden in the software. But the other part of me is thinking, this feels so old. And even though I can distinctly remember the feeling of looking at this like it was the pinnacle of cutting edge, I can't help but look at it now through my 2021 lens, just like it belongs in a museum somewhere. But that's just the beauty of how fast things are moving.
Sure.
Pretty exciting.
Not what I imagined a $170,000 cushion would feel like. I think I might have just scuffed it.
Now, you might have heard of Harrods. They call themselves the world's leading luxury department store, and they built a bit of a reputation for selling things like a $160,000 golf putter, a $200,000 bottle of perfume, and a $1 million advent calendar. So, compared to that, this feels like a bit of a bargain. Inside this box is the $2,000 Harrods limited edition iPhone 5S. And given that there were literally 3 of these on the entire internet, and that the 5S is pretty much my favorite iPhone ever, I had to get this. It's a seriously heavy-duty wooden package. It even needs a key to open it.
It's fucking ugly, though.
This feels more like a gimmick than security. And here we have it. So on the left is what looks like a gold USB stick. Not the most inspired design, I gotta say. But then the phone itself.
Oh yeah, you buy a phone and you get a fucking USB stick.
Yep. To be clear,
It's fucking
I'm not
ugly.
a particularly showy person. So this whole idea of like sticking 1,000 Swarovski crystals on something and then
And
plating
gold.
the rest in 24 karat gold
It's
kind of horrifies me.
yes,
but the level
it's
of
fucking
precision
ugly.
here
Let's be fucking
blowing
honest.
my mind. This whole idea that like every single
it's
crystal you
ugly
see
as
here
fuck.
has had to have been individually planned and implemented. Whether that's the 6 they've managed to fit onto the power button, the 4 they've got onto the alert slider, or the 65 carefully placed inside the Apple logo. And every single one has its own separate enclosure just to hold it in place. Also, I just like the size of this thing. It's like
I mean,
a
if you're
relic
gonna
of the
be
time
paying
when phones were actually usable in one hand.
$2,000 for one,
Right, we're in the top 5.
I would expect something. I would expect
This closer so
well-placed diamonds at least.
Okay, imagine this. It's 2012. Samsung has just announced the Pebble-inspired Galaxy S3.
God.
Apple is readying their thinnest iPhone yet, and Blackberry is getting slaughtered by the competition. So, what they did is revamped their operating system, and as well as releasing their standard mainstream $700 Bold 9900, they also created a limited edition Porsche design version and called it the 9981. For some reason.
Yeah.
It's definitely packaged like you've just dropped some serious dough on it. We've got the phone, which we'll get to, a custom charging stand. They've even got a Porsche-designed battery, manuals, a cleaning
Man,
cloth. Below that are the more standard
batteries.
Blackberry accessories, as well as, though, what looks like Porsche-designed earphones too.
Yeah, I mean,
They didn't have to do that. That's a
surprisingly, it
good
looks
move. I will say this.
really
There was a
fucking
time in my life
good.
when I thought BlackBerry was the coolest thing in the world. But pretty much
used
as
to
soon
be,
as that first
yeah.
iPhone got announced, and I saw the value of touch-based apps and games, the whole appeal of BlackBerry just kind of disappeared. But if I was going to use one, this would have been it. The stainless steel body, the sharp lines, the leather bag,
it looks
the
pretty
laser etched
fucking
logo,
cool,
the
actually.
edge-to-edge keyboard. It all gives the impression of rugged engineering. This is one of the few phones that you could throw at a wall and worry about the wall. Now the room is open plan. It's just a shame that such high-end hardware was let down by really a laughable software solution. Now,
it's a
after
pretty cool
that
phone, though.
package, I
Looks
was kind of looking at
cool.
this one, worth $2,450, thinking, really? This is the Alpha 1, and the only justification for its price is that it's Lamborghini branded. So this is not like an Oppo or a Huawei phone that's just licensed the Lamborghini name. This is being sold to people as the Lamborghini phone. But with that in mind, the one thing that it then needs to do for $2,500 is to convey luxury. And I don't think the packaging really does that. The cable is generic, the charger just has a logo slapped onto it, and while you do get a nice
And it's
SIM ejector
British.
tool, I'm really not wowed.
Ugh,
But then I
leather.
realised why. Because on the face of it, yes, this is a really nice, premium, well-built, luxury car-branded phone. It's got a liquid alloy frame, which is highly resistant to stains and dents and scratches, this rather lovely circular power button, and some extremely plush stitched leather on the back,
But
which just kind of
leather
makes sense
gets
here.
dirty,
It's high-end
though,
material, and it
compared
also
to
ties
just
back into Lamborghini
metal,
cars.
plastic.
But, depending how much time you spend watching tech videos, you might recognise this camera setup. Ah, yes, let me introduce you to the ZTE Axon 7, a phone which is spec for spec identical to this. And it's very clear that all Lamborghini have done is taken that and repurposed it. And that includes the packaging. ZTE's was the same, just a different colour. That feels pretty disingenuous to me. I actually think it's cool when companies make luxury high-end variants of their existing phones, but this one has purposefully distanced itself from the device it's based off to basically trick people. Like, I can imagine the majority of people who bought this probably thought they were paying for Lamborghini engineering, when they were actually paying for ZTE engineering with a bit of Lamborghini leather slapped on top. Right, now we're into the top three.
Some people would
And
pay a
with
lot for
value of
that,
about
honestly.
$3,500, we have something that I don't think you can just hop online and order.
Whoa,
So, you might know that Xiaomi's recently dropped their full flagship Mi 11 series of phones.
the one with
This
the
is meant to be a
screen.
commemorative package for that. And so far
What are
so
you
good.
carrying
They've
there, a
created like a
bomb?
Xiaomi branded suitcase for it. Okay, let's get inside. This could be anything. Whoa. Okay, there's three phones here. The first one is the Mi 11 Lite. Surprisingly affordable phone at like 299
Oh,
euros.
that color is
Then
ugly.
got the Mi 11 Pro, all the way up at around 1,000 euros. But for some reason this one isn't releasing globally.
Okay, that's
And then finally,
acceptable.
the E11 Ultra, which I've already done a full review about, but I believe this is a ceramic white model.
that was a weird noise.
Passionate.
Okay,
But there's
that
more.
looks cool actually.
We've got a Mi Band 6, which is their latest activity tracker. I gotta say, while Xiaomi is up against strong competition in the phone market, these bands are one area that they've just killed it. Mostly because I think their competition wouldn't even want to enter this
they
kind of
don't
price point.
look
And
that
then,
cool.
This one's very curious. It's an 80-watt wireless charger, which is incredibly powerful. But what makes it strange is that Xiaomi doesn't make a phone that can charge with 80 watts wirelessly. And this 80-watt wireless charger comes with a 120-watt wired charger. But Xiaomi
that's
literally
thick.
has one phone that can actually charge with 120 watts. So I think this whole package is less about immediate benefit, more like a
Future?
future-proofing solution. The phones? Well, they all do share elements, like you can tell they're from the same lineup, but each one has its own character. The Mi 11 Lite is slim, and like its name suggests, light. But it also has a really fun finish that's kind of messing with me. The way it reflects light almost makes it look three-dimensional. And then as you get further up the lineup, the
Just
phones
looks
get more
like
capable,
lemon.
but then also less experimental when it comes to looks. Like, I do definitely prefer this white Mi 11 Ultra over the black
you.
one that I was sent to review.
What do you
but
mean? The
I
black
do
one
think
looks
it's a
cool.
massive shame that all these Ultra phones, they play it so safe when it comes to color. Okay, 2 phones to go. And
Most people don't
now
like
is where we really start cranking up our
lemon
price dial.
color
Probably heard of
phones
Caviar.
though.
They've sent us a few
Ugh.
interesting phones before, but this is what they're selling for 6,900.
69. Nice. Fuck,
So
you
they're
go
calling
to
this
first.
Apache. Not that kind of Apache. It's like a limited edition iPhone to apparently honor the Indigenous people of America. But this is the first time I'm seeing it. I'm kind of nervous.
That's kind of a weird thing. Let's see what reminds us of Indigenous people of America. iPhones plated. Oh, gold iPhones with diamonds on it. Done. Woo! Come on. Oh.
Slightly shaking. but it's exciting. Let's do it. Okay.
Let's see how ugly it's going to be.
Just an iPhone so far.
Yep. You're paying like $1,000 for
Alright,
the box that it comes in.
That's crazy. So the bottom of this is a...
It looks
a leather-type
uncomfortable to
material.
hold.
The top is Kirinite black pearl, which, as far as I can see, is a sort of highly durable acrylic. And then all of these gold parts are brass
What's he
underneath with a 24 karat gold plating on
I'm gonna
top.
join him.
I feel like if there's one word for this, it's meaty. Like, it's very clear, this is a showpiece. This is for someone who cares much more about the materials and the quantity of those materials on their phone than, say, how comfortable it is to hold. Would I personally use this? Probably not.
Good.
Does it feel expensive and premium? Yeah. I think my favorite design so
Yeah.
far is still that
It looks
Titanic phone that I
expensive.
looked at about a year ago now. I
But-
really like this black and red theme. I think that's so premium. International warranty. And this is number 1 of 99. A normal Apple charger. AirPods. Not AirPods. An Apple cable. But now it's time.
Okay.
Time to see
Like I
what
see,
a
you're paying most of it just.
$1,000 phone looks like. That's
Right.
enough money to buy 80 27-inch iMacs, 12 brand new Chevrolet Sparks, or, you know, a beachfront mansion in Nicaragua. It's so valuable that you can't even buy it in one go due to online banking restrictions on their end. It's so valuable that by the time you're seeing this video, it's already been escorted back to Russia where it came from. I do just want to quickly say though
Escorted?
that for the first time ever, 50% of you watching my videos
I imagine the guy. He's like, he says some animal. Yeah, I already did the video. Thank you guys. And then 5 minutes later, some like huge Russian guys with AKs on hands come, put it in the case. Just put it in like fucking bulletproof, metal case. And they just take it and they disappear in like a black van. Like, what do you mean escorted out of the country to Russia?
are subscribed.
Did Putin ask
thank
for
you
it?
to everyone who has taken the time to do that, and for anyone who hasn't, a sub to the channel would be priceless. Okay, 6-digit lock on this. I really hope
Smoked
there's not a code. That would be a spanner in the works. Are we ready?
Yeah. It's gonna be ugly as fuck though. It's just gonna be gold and
Okay.
lots of diamonds.
2, 1. Oh my god. Oh my god. So we have a caviar limited edition gold business card. Jeffrey Preston Bezos. This
What?
like white and gold combination here. This looks amazing.
I think
Have
we
a
know
look what
who
comes in
the
the box
phone
there.
is
We've got
for
gold
now.
themed packaging on the accessories. Maybe we'll even get AirPods. So the cable is black cable, and then we've got a gold caviar themed SIM ejector tool. Oh,
What tool?
right, okay.
Oh, SIM ejector.
Samsung Galaxy Buds, and they are literally just the standard black ones. We have
Good
a
job.
black Samsung themed charger, the gold collection, which I'm assuming is filled with a whole number of other stupidly expensive things, and finally, certificate of ownership. This feels like Thor's hammer trying to pick it up. Okay, don't
What?
judge me. It was 2 for 1.
So
mean-
thick.
This
It's
it
a
makes me
fucking
wanna
gold
laugh
bar.
and cry at the same time. So this is the gold phone. It is.
So it's a gold bar, fucking glued onto a phone.
Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra paired with 1 kilogram of pure gold.
Fuck's
I don't have any way of verifying those materials myself, but more importantly, who is this for? Because you probably noticed that
Bezos
whilst with past
said-
phones, for the sake of luxury and beautification, we've lost wireless charging. This time, we've lost the cameras. Sorry that I have to say this, but I think it's a
Everything.
magnet. Not to mention that it literally weighs a kilogram, plus the weight of the phone's own internals. And here it is. Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra gold brick.
It's
In case you're wondering, this is what the camera looks like. Literal, just black, straight up. Weirdly, the selfie camera doesn't work either, but I guess if you can afford this, you can probably afford someone.
But you're not gonna buy that to use it as your regular phone. That shit barely fucking fits in your pocket. Like, you're gonna buy it just to say you have a gold bar glued onto your phone. Like, that's it. Like, wow, it's a gold phone. Wow.
It's of you. I was curious, so I just looked up the price of a 1 kilogram block of gold. It's coming out at the equivalent of $55,000 US, which is still crazy expensive.
So where does the other $145,000 come from?
But it's not $170,000. I guess the main value add here is that Caviar apparently offers a swapping service. So 2 times for each customer, you can apparently tell them, I want to swap the phone's hardware to, it could be an S24, it could be like an S27 at that point. Value for money.
No, it's not. You can go through a lot more phone generations with $170,000. You don't have to deal with the fact that you have a block of gold glued into it that blocks the cameras. I mean, yeah, it's just a gold bar glued into a phone, for fuck's sake. I'm mad. Who recommended this? Who added it to the list? I'm fucking pissed. Holy shit.